Good afternoon, and thank all of you for coming out on such a warm day. It's good to see. It's good to see you. See you. I can't even talk. I am sure we all serve a common purpose. That is to take our country back, and we're going to do that. Looking back to the first Tea Party, we were rather reserved and made our remarks about Congress, not the presidency. Well, we are at war now, and we can now call a spade a spade. And we can now call our government, our administration, our Congress, a corrupt administration and a corrupt Congress. Things have escalated at such a fast and furious pace, it is hard to imagine. This country was founded by godly men on godly principles. And we stood above all nations because of the way our Constitution was written and these men's devotion, determination, and love for their country. Because of apathy and the business of life, we have neglected what was happening in our government, and we were slightly more trusting of a government who did not deserve our trust. We let our guard down. I say no more to this. Our eyes have been opened by this administration, and we are fighting mad. Are you fighting mad out there? We have finally awakened from our slumber of apathy. Thank goodness. We have a proposed health care plan that is entirely too expensive, very poorly written, and very ungodly. Our voice has been heard all across the United States with a resounding no. Our president says he will look more closely at this. Do you believe him? No! I don't either. We must not let our guard down for a second. The only thing he said differently was that he would not use federal funds or monies to fund abortion. He did not even say for sure he would support tort reform. Why not? What's so bad about tort reform? There is no way to fix overnight what is created over a period of many years. Where does the money come from to begin to institute this program of this health care plan? He promises to overhaul Medicaid and Medicare and take that money to do that with. How long will that take? He is putting forth promises he cannot keep, and I believe he has no intentions of keeping these promises. Folks, we are talking $1 trillion. That's a lot of money. There are 4 major flaws in this proposal. Centralized regulation, employer mandates, individual mandates, and taken together individually, these flaws would inflict serious damage on an industry that represents 1/6 of our nation's economy. Policymakers need to proceed slowly and deliberately. Yes. We have been clear in our mandate, and we do not want this health care plan as written, and we want government out of our lives. Thank you. Can you name one government-sponsored program that has been successful other than the VA? Look at the U.S. Post Office, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and Cash for Clunkers. All of these programs and many more are broke. They are broken. That is 100% failure rate, and the government wants to trust us. Wants us to trust them with our health care? No! Absolutely no way. We need to stop this man, or we will no longer have a country. We are in the midst of the greatest crisis this nation has ever faced. We have a bankrupt government. Now listen to this carefully. We have a bankrupt government that is spending our grandchildren's hard-earned money on a bankrupt banking system. Can you imagine that? A bankrupt government spending our money on a bankrupt banking system? Doesn't make sense. A horrendously expensive health plan proposal, bankrupt car manufacturers, which the government now owns 60 to 70% of, investment companies and insurance companies, just for starters. Where does it end? I guess the biggest question in my mind is who is going to pay for all of this? It certainly isn't coming out of thin air. It is utter madness and insanity. We must not let this continue. We must restore the American dream. We have elections coming up in 2010, and my solution to the problem is do not re-elect any of the incumbents across the United States. The only thing government fears is their jobs. I say kick them all out. Demand our representatives work for us, and they do not learn in 2010, then we do it again in 2012. And keep doing it till they get the message. Now some people say that is throwing the baby out with the bathwater, and that may be so. That may be so, but that may be what is necessary and needed to restore the American Republic. And if that's the case, then we'll do it. I will leave you with a quote from Thomas Jefferson, which rings so very true today, just as it did in the 1700s. He said, "I predict future happiness for the Americans if they can prevent the government from wasting the labors of the people under pretense of taking care of them." Hasn't government been trying to do this for years? Yes. We must press forward. Do not give in. Do not give up. Keep your emails and your telephone calls going. And thank you. God bless you. And God bless America.